Girls, I'm late. That's because for some reason the bridge was full, really full. So either we really suck at this, or there's something St. Patrick's C. I'm rubbing. See, I'm just totally out of it. And they're all open, and hi, I'm here. And nobody's paying attention to me, so that's a good thing. I had the heavy drop me off. Ooh, let's see what this is. Why am I rumbling? That's so weird. My gimbal is rumbling, and I don't know why. Oh well. Pallets. What are we doing with pallets? I don't know. Maybe I've got in the wrong hand. It's possible. Hi, Fluffer. I missed you yesterday. I'm getting used to you having you like a good luck charm. So I was listening to Nora and Liz on the way in, and I sort of wanted to reiterate the correction thing. Ooh, I gotta stop doing that. I saw what it's like on a big television. Rich people put their money where they want to. It's a shame that it's being spent on the billboard, but Phil doesn't really care. He does, but he doesn't really care about anybody else but his children, which is where it's focused to. Are we closed yet? Nope, they haven't seen me. Hi guys. Now they'll close. How you doing? You can go to your embassy and get a passport if you want to go home. They'll even send you home. There is no OT 9 and 10. We are not Satan. Most of us don't have a religion. So if we don't have a religion, how can we believe in Satan? So we are not Satanists. How much in debt are you? You will always be in debt. You will never get your on account back when you leave. You'll never be allowed to leave. When you're old, you'll wind up in the blue building with a mop and a bucket. When you're clear, you'll find out there's more to clear. Unfortunately, Thetans aren't real. Sorry. I left my notebook in the car. Figures. Do you know what your credit score is? Do you wish you had more than $5 in your pocket? Do you have $5 in your pocket? What else am I supposed to say? L. Ron Hubbard is not coming back. He's on course 2. There are archive vaults of his material all over the country, and it costs a lot of your money to put them there. If you want to leave, there are people who will help you. Being out in the real world isn't bad. We're not all evil people. It's about the same as it is in Scientology. There are evil people in Scientology too. It's called human nature. When was the last time you talked to your parents? When was the last time you talked to your brothers and sisters? When was the last time you ever saw your best friends? They're still your best friends. They'll still want to see you after you come out. God, I wish I remembered what I wrote. How many credit cards do you have? How much money do you have in the bank? If you were ever somewhere where you were lost, could you get a cab and come home? You have to have money to do that with. How many people do you live with? And how many bedrooms? What kind of food do you eat? We will not beat you and put you against a wall. Yes. There is a new foundation, if you don't like the aftermath. It's called SPTV. And unfortunately, because we're all supposedly suppressive people, which weirdly enough, we're not. We're compassionate, empathetic, caring. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'd be out doing something else. I care about the people that are in those walls. No, not in the walls. Inside the room that walls are holding up. Still brain fog. Still covered in brain fog. How much do you owe? My notebook is in the car. Can you go get it? It's in the car door. So I don't remember what the heck I'm supposed to be saying. Will you ever not be in debt? There is no reason to keep buying the same coursework. A semicolon is not a reason to buy all new books. That poor woman, she just looked like she was so haggard. Do you have an 8-hour sleep schedule or even 7? They say you can get by with 7 nowadays. Do you have any time to yourself? Do you have a journal that you can write in? Do you have a pen? I'm standing here because I care. I don't even live near here. I just don't want to see people who look like they're tired, they're hungry, they don't know what to do with themselves, that look like they're just following things that they follow every day, can walk out that door. Everybody will help you who's in this supposedly horrible network. We're not trying to throw bad vibes at you. I don't even believe in vibes, so I can't throw bad vibes at you. All I can do is hope that you see how uncomfortable your situation is, so you come out of it so someone can fix it or help you fix it. You can get a job real fast. Temporary agencies will put you in a safe place to work, and it doesn't matter how much schooling you have. I am not a high school graduate, and I worked with vice presidents as their assistant because I was overly organized. And I know, I've heard you guys are beyond or overly organized. Whatever you're good at in that office, you can be good at and make at least $40,000 a year without any kind of quote-unquote experience. They'll just take a test, see that you're great, and then give you work. That's what I did when I was 18 years old. I walked into a temporary agency and said, this is what I can do. I had a job in 2 days. So I have a feeling you guys would have jobs in 2 days too. So if you ever wanted to leave, you can walk out that door and somebody will help you on the way. If you start giving money to Social Security now, you'll be able to have your Social Security when you're 65. The people that are in there that have been there for 40 years and have never contributed to Social Security are not going to get any, unfortunately, because it's like a savings account. Put money in the savings account and contribute to it. Everybody in the country does it. And then when you hit a certain age, you get part of your deposit or your bank piece every month. And if you're older, I would bet you $1 million or Milton Thetans that your grandchildren would love to see you, that your sisters and brothers would love to see you, and that they would help you for the rest of your life without a problem. A lot of people have an extra room somewhere.
You have to actually go through it.
It's not that hard to put a family member, especially one that's been gone for a long time and that they miss severely, back into their house. Don't you just ever want to call a family member or a friend that you remember? The friends that you remember you. They probably wonder where you are. They probably think you're dead. Wouldn't you like to say hi to somebody that was important to you in a past life? And I mean before this. In real life. How much do you owe? How much money do you have in your wallet? We don't want to sit here and beat on you with bad things, bad words, bad names. We don't think you deserve it. Somewhere in there, when you've been told not to care, you still do. Caring is not the end of the world, and caring will not make you a bad person. Everybody who thinks about you right now is not a bad person. They love you and miss you. Do you love and miss them? Oh, this is going to kill me today. If you need help to get out, you can call the Aftermath Foundation, 888-FREE-002. You can reach them on the internet at aftermath.help. Smoking causes cancer. Not smoking doesn't cause cancer. If you get cancer, if it's taken care of immediately, not at stage 4, you will mostly survive. We have wonderful hospitals in San Francisco that you can go to. LRH died of a stroke. He did not vacate his body. Sorry, I was laughing at a dog that's in a Beamer. A husky that's nearly wanting to get out, which is normal. Sorry, I'm human. As Layla said last night. And Layla, thank you for the boost. And it scares the hell out of me. I only have 3 people now, which makes me happy. I did the vaults, did this, did that. Shoot, some hoodies. Xenu. Xenu is the alien that is over all of you. Yes, unfortunately, your religion is based on an alien. There is no forced psychiatry in public schools, private schools. There is no forced psychiatry on anyone. That's been taken care of a long time ago in the United States. Scientology will not collapse if you leave. You are not the only stick holding up this Jenga tower. You can go to an embassy, and if you don't have a passport, you're not from our country, they will give you one. And they will help you get home. And all of our embassies are within walking distance around here because you're in the financial district. And what do they need in the financial district? People from other countries. So there are embassies right near here. We actually are a very influential financial district. Oh my God, I don't have very many notes on here anymore because I was repeating everything constantly. Ugh. And my homeless person is back around the tree I don't hope it's a real homeless person. I hope it's a plant. All of us are not an organized group. We are all individuals that care about you. So we don't all plan to do this on purpose. We actually make our own decision to try to help and care for you. Can't think of anything else. McDonald's starts at $20 an hour.
It's beautiful there. It's our displays and the church, but it's also an awesome display.
I actually have no interest in Scientology. I'm actually trying to help people get out.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Why am I talking to you?
Okay. You have a good day then. You don't want to do it. It's a cult. Well, at least they're not in the blue building with buckets and mops. At least there's that going for them. Oh, God, I feel bad. Ugh. I just want to go, can you come with me? I'll help you. Doesn't look like they're helping him very much. That hits right at home. You know, giving your people who are handing out flyers coats would be a good idea. It's really cold here. It is cold in the shade in the financial district. I'm actually pretty darn cold because I don't have the right coat on. How much in debt are you? Yes, we even care about that because it's not fair to be in debt, unhappy, tired, hungry. We want to help. We seriously want to help with that. We want to help you get for lack of other words, real life. Because this isn't real. This isn't conducive to a positive world.
Tom Cruise must have been.
Yep. It's a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cult.
Keep doing it.
Thank you.
I agree with her. Bless her heart.
Have a good one. See? These are the people from San Francisco. This is normal. And they're with me. You don't want to go in there. It's a cult. I think she was going to go in and changed her mind. And when I said it was a cult, she laughed and walked away. I don't do Saturdays here, so yeah. So yeah, our normal people. Keep it up. See, I'm not the only one who thinks these things about you guys, unfortunately. But you don't have to be you guys. You can always leave and have a productive life. Go to college. Become a scientist, a real one. Become a writer, a real one. Become a PR person. You've learned enough PR here. You could probably use your public relations skills to take over a business and make all the money you can to help everybody you can. Because wouldn't you want to help somebody instead of not talk to them? Wouldn't you want to talk to your friends without worrying about being caught and written up? Wouldn't you like to talk to your parents without being caught and written up? Wouldn't you like to have a real conversation at the end of the day of what you did and what they did and not worry about saying the wrong thing?
What's like the...
It's a cult. Unfortunately, it is a cult. You don't want to go in there, guys.
Is it funny? Is it like entertaining?
No, it's Scientology. It's a society of people who believe that they were all started by a alien in a volcano trillions of years ago, and are all run. That was started by a guy who is
It's a sci-fi writer.
the sci-fi writer, but he was also rejected from the psychiatry world because he had all of this Dianetic stuff, and they laughed him out of it, and so he made a religion, a quote-unquote religion. I call it a society. So, but if you get in there and you give them your information, they're worse than anything. That, and they'll try to keep you in there. All four of you go in, they'll separate all four of you. They'll show you videos. They'll tell you the world will be better. And then you'll spend the rest of your life paying them a ton of money. And if you go into their organization, then you'll be broke for the rest of your life. And you can't leave. And when you leave, you owe them money. So they don't do any charity work anywhere. They don't help any fellow man. They only help their fellow man. That's it.
So what are you doing?
I'm protesting because I'm trying to get them out of their tax-free status. Because they have a religious tax-free status in the United States. So not only, yeah, you would think that, but if they're a religion, they should be doing real charity work. And they don't. Not at all. The closest thing they come to charity work is they rent out to charities on their own property. So they really don't give. They pretty much take. They have, there was a show called Leah Remini, The Aftermath. She left Scientology, and when she got into the real world, she was an actress on, what was the show? No, Leah Remini's real show.
King of Queens, right?
King of Queens, yes. And when she came out into the real world, she was like, holy crap. She found all this stuff out. She made a show about people who were leaving, and there's a movie or a documentary too called Fair Game. When they had a lot of money, they don't have as much as they used to. When they had a lot of money, they would basically terrorize the people who would leave. Because when they left, they wanted to tell the truth about what they had to go through. And if they were in the interior organizations, they were treated like crap and fed beans and rice. No lie. So, and you can't be gay, and you can't think alternative thoughts, and you can't have a conversation. Oh, Hansi, no. You could be almost gay. You could be gay yesterday and change your mind today. You can't even be a 3 on the 6 scale. So,
Damn it, I'll take one for the team. See that.
so yeah, it's, I would let it be a religion if they gave charity, real charity. Let them. The reason I do all this is because of Jonestown. I saw Jonestown on TV. Most of the people were from the Bay Area. It really messed with my head. I was 9. So when you have a cult like that, it makes me pay attention. And these guys, Kevin's Gate came after Jonestown. It's like all of these other ones. And then it's this. It was basically the tax-free status that bothered me, because it was like, no, if you're buying buildings and letting them rot, because that's what they do. They buy beautiful buildings. Oh, they didn't close. Usually they close the doors and give me curtains already. So, but
I hope your protest either they donate something.
no. If I'm lucky, I won't have nails under my tires.
Does that happen?
Yes. If you want to see like the deep protest part, go look at the LA people. They've been swatted. They've been assaulted. One of them had the back of his head hit in, where he had to have staples because he was protesting by himself, because that's where all the big campus is. They always get the fire engines called on them. They always get the cops called on them. Half the time some get arrested. 2 of them have been arrested for 5 days without charges.
Are you supposed to?
He's watching me.
Yeah. Oh, just protect.
He does, yeah.
Gotcha.
We all try to go out for 2 people at least. Luckily enough, here is very safe during the week. So that, and the cops don't act the same way here, because we've been protesting in San Francisco since 1967. So, San Francisco's known for its protests, so it's not the same way that LA does. So LA's a little corrupted, especially the division that the campus is in. There are videos of cops singing at their Christmas places. So it's very They also traffic people. They will take people from other countries and bring them to the United States. They take their passports. They would have children do what's called an audit, which is where you hold these beer cans, that's what we call them, and you talk. And you have to tell things. It's like a weird confession. But they had kids that were 11 and 12 doing this. And of course, older people, mostly men unfortunately, would pay top dollar to tell these kids what they were doing. That was not right. There is one of the protesters in LA who, it's just heartbreaking to listen to him because he talks about what he went through as an auditor between 11 and 16. And it's worse than an episode of SVU. It is horrible. And this is common. I mean, they used to start making kids work in work camps. They had like reform camps when they're like 7. And then they're just, like I said, go look it up on YouTube. It will make you either want to barf or stand next to me.
How is this church got like all of these celebrities in town?
It's a cult. You don't want to go in there. She works there. It started with one celebrity a long time ago and sort of went from there. So it was just like, and yeah, the celebrities are treated great. I don't know if they believe it or not, but they have their own like staff. They have, one of the famous things was when Tom Cruise had one of his airplane hangars redone by staff for free. And it's beautiful, and these people work 16 hours a day to build it. So he is catered to like no other celebrity. He's sort of left it a couple of times, and that's where he winds up married. And then he breaks up with his wife, and that's why he doesn't see his daughter. He's not allowed to see anybody that's not in Scientology.
So his wife is in it for some.
Huh?
His wife is part of it.
She was sort of. It was.
One of them was.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman was. But since she's left it, she hasn't seen her children because that's also part of it. You go into it, you disconnect from everybody else who doesn't believe in Scientology.
That's the like, does he actually believe it, or does he just like, is this some subculture that's like?
He said, what did he say? He's basically the one if.
You want to make a lot of money, start your own business.
That's what he said. Legitimately.
Take that for what it's worth.
No, he's just the guy.
He died in 1980.
Yeah, he died in the 80s, and supposedly, according to them, he dropped his body. He didn't have a stroke. He didn't live on narcotics for 5 years before he died. They don't know any or believe any of that. So he's supposedly on another planet, making it clear. So that means he's not going to come back to all those campuses that have his 3,500 square foot house. He does. There are campuses all over the country where he's archived. I guess they just make copies of his work. And then there's this beautiful 3,500 square foot house, empty, kept perfectly in order. And there's a couple that usually takes care of this place in I guess you would call it a servant's house, for him to come back, because he's supposed to come back. But he's also supposed to be somewhere else. Yeah. The easiest way is to seriously go look at the videos, or go watch Leah Remini, The Aftermath, because she interviews ex-Scientologists and what they're going through and what they have been through. So, you're welcome. Have a good day. My name's Linda. So, nice to meet you guys too. Something to talk about now, huh? Have a good one. Bye. Wow, did I do that well? Thank you, Flubber. Whew. That was hard. Brain fog. I still can't speak permanently, but I love the fact that they left the door open again. They leave the door open on the weekends. That's got to be what it is. And hopefully, because you'd hear me like change voices when I moved, it was because doors open, I'm explaining at the same time. It was 4 guys, look totally like they belong in the modern day world, so I was not being fished. And they were listening, and they're probably at least going to go on YouTube and look up LA. Hi, Kim McNeil. You just missed it. You gotta watch it on the replay. I did wonderfully. My poor brain. Hi, Autumn. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the couple that walked down the street, it was just like, they looked so like hippie, cool from the other world. We were totally like, go for it. And that's not going to get me in trouble because I will not be on here for 6 hours, and this is only a little bit. Of course, I'll have James Brown stuck in my head forever now. So yeah, I've said what I said, and I guess they just make sure they keep it open on the weekends. We should walk down and see if they've covered the doors, because they all seem to have abandoned the front, except maybe one person, and that poor one person looked horrible. God, I just wanted to like give her Girl Scout cookies to make her smile. It was so just, yes, the Girl Scout Mafia is here. I think they're actually done. I bought so many cookies. They like it that I call them the Girl Scout Mafia. I even bought cookies for my ex-husband. But we're starting to get along finally after all these years. So, and his daughters are adorable, so, and his wife is really nice, so it didn't bother me. I order cookies. So now that the Girl Scout Cookie Mafia finally left, because you know they're on street corners. Oh my God, I got so like trapped in Berkeley with one on the street corner. I was like, oh my God. And the cuter and nicer there are, it's like the more likely they're gonna get bought. Oh, I'm about to get in trouble. Who is that guy? Let's walk real slow. Long day. Hopefully I'll get something really cool to eat, like Bodine's or something. You don't want to go there, you can always come home. You saw that determination. He even looked his eyes up. Oh, we did get the, but as long as I don't step, because I don't think the map is like, I think I can step on the map. No biggie. Maybe it's going to happen in the basement. I don't see things happening upstairs. So maybe it'll happen in the basement. And I'm really good about not touching anything, that's for sure. So, let's see if we can look in here. Something about our, something, I can't read that. Let's see if the bodyguard can. Hey bodyguard, look in there and see, there's a little sign that has a 7 in a circle. Don't step on that. And see if, don't touch those doors. See what it says. I don't know what it says. So, oh, gotta do my hello, whoops, hello, my pyramid. Yes, I'm an architecture freak.
It says our current stay well phase of operation is 7. Like it's a level indicator.
Our current stay well phase of operation is 7.
Like a COVID level or something?
Now pass that one around and see what that means. Since this is, you know, San Francisco, and there's no way in heck I'm showing you my reflection today. So, I've never heard of that one. So, we can see what's up about that. And yes, we'll, uh-oh, someone had Mafia cookies. That must mean that there's a Girl Scout up there. See the blue, see the green box? The green box is Girl Scouts. Oh God. I think I finally finished my tag-alongs. The only ones I really like.
The green ones are Thin Mints.
The green ones get put in the freezer until summertime, and then you take them out and eat them when it's 100 degrees.
And then you prop up your furniture with them.
He doesn't like the Thin Mints. He said to prop up your furniture with them. Because, you know, you can't be super serious all the time, or you wind up like I did when I talk about that girl that looked completely haggard and wanted to, you know, rescue her from this. Because it just gives you a weird feeling in your tummy to see people this bad. I can at least do this. You can't see me, I hope. After seeing me yesterday, I'm never eating again. I know I shouldn't care. And I shouldn't care. So, but No, yeah. They must all be in the back. I mean, I haven't gone to the front of this, so I wouldn't know at this point. Whoops. Here we go again. Oh, there is somebody standing there. Hello, person. Hi. You want to come out? You can always come out. I'll take you somewhere. I don't know where. Probably to LA, but... Oh, yeah. Thank you, lover. Thank you, Toronto. Autumn. I'll be here tomorrow. If this is that autumn. I'll try to be here by 2. We'll compensate this time. Of course, the bodyguard said, well, maybe there's something St. Patrick's Day going on. And I was like, I completely and utterly forgot. You know, you don't have to do that. You can get a real job somewhere else. They're very normal. He had a shirt on that had a QR code in the back that said Curious. The shirt was blue. So I think we need to go for a walk. Do we have a... I think I just showed you. Oh, well. Oh, I know. Come on, let's go walk down to Embarcadero Center and see what's going on. I'll be back. Hi. I said I'll be back. I'm just going for a walk.
Oh, well, have a good walk.
Thank you. Why are they all old? I mean, older than me. I'm old. So let's go to Embarcadero Center. Now we get to like explore San Francisco. Do we have a meter? You can refill it though.
It's good till 5 o'clock.
Okay. Ooh, you guys can be stuck with me until 5. Maybe we'll find something to eat too. This is the base of the pyramid. They've been working on it for a few years. Probably something structural. Maybe there was a tremor around here that made them go, oops. So this place is open during the week. Or maybe it opens at 5 during the weekends. So, cause yeah, we're in the financial district. We're on the edge of it. It used to be a really great place to come too, just to watch, you know, the power people all be powerful. But of course, since COVID, everybody tries to work from home as long as they can, or they'll move to Montana and work from home. So, yeah, never really pay attention on the weekends because I'm usually here during the week. Look, someone's watching me. That's interesting. Hi, you. He's really watching me, hon. Look to where I'm looking. How weird. Should I just wave next time? Look at him. That is so weird. Sort of like the Scientology person talking to me. Well, they probably want to see what the car is. Not same one. Everybody in the Bay Area has at least 2 cars. Weirdly enough, couples have 3 sometimes because they have their fun car. There's a song in the 80s called Nobody Walks in LA. It should be Nobody Walks in a Major City in California. Whenever...
Walking in LA, yeah.
He threw me off now.
Sorry.
When we go to New York, I'm like, I wish I had a car. Yes, I know, it's very strange. Okay, see, I'm always talking about them up. Those 2 buildings that look a little bit alike are Embarcaderos. There are 4 of them. If you put them together, they actually fit together like puzzles. They were built, or they were opened in the 70s, and it was a very usual architecture, because you can see the architecture of the building next to it. The first time that there was a building downtown boom in San Francisco. Pretty much the 70s, late 60s, because there's a very famous apartment building that's right there. Little bitty sliver of it you can see is from the 60s. Whoops. Hi.
I know,
Puppies. We had puppies. It was very cool. Okay, so we keep walking, keep walking. This makes it interesting. I've got little bitty legs, and my husband's a foot taller than me. So it's actually funny when we walk together. I managed to keep my mouth shut, but if I keep my mouth shut, I'm getting some good, like, run in. Because, of course, he's nothing but legs, which is hilarious. That, I think, used to be, up. Those two little spires, I think, used to be the Schwab building. Oh, and there are people looking out from those two spires. I can't remember anymore because I don't come here anymore. I used to always want to know somebody who worked here, so you come and hang out. Guess you'd call it a suit fetish. So that's why I don't know these things. Okay, more buildings. You always think that it's closer than it is. So, and it is rather chilly. Oh, look at that. You can see the guy crossing the street. You could almost say that he's doing a Scientology thing, but when he turned around, it was like, nope, that's a
uniform.
It's like a Chinese musician uniform. Because, you know, we're a block away from Chinatown, or the Scientology is a block away from Chinatown. So, okay. There we go. Part of Embarcadero. Let's see if I can do it right this time. Yep, there. That's Embarcadero 4. I used to practically live here during the weekends when I was little because my brother was just old enough to take me places. And I always wanted to come to San Francisco. So, we're looking at Embarcadero 4. When I grew up, I wanted to work in an office building. Yeah, I don't know. So, now we're walking the J. That used to be the Hyatt. I've never even heard of the... Then again, I've been out of the real world, in my own bubble, for at least 6 years. Maybe 8. Because of helping to take care of my mom and then COVID. So, it could be a chain that I don't know about. So, or San Francisco had a boutique hotel phase. So, it's very possible that it could be part of that phase. Yeah, I've never heard of this hotel either. I don't remember what it was. It's like, maybe I should just start saying, this hotel used to be this hotel, and that hotel used to be that hotel. Believe it or not, I am here for a reason. Besides seeing, ooh, look. Fish and Farm? He should look at that menu. I hope you guys couldn't hear that. Okay, now we're on Battery. Soon to go into Embarcadero. I know, I just didn't want to stop before and start back again over here. So, just wanted to walk through. Everybody else walks through. Lord knows we wound up in weirder places from LA. And yes, it does look like a ghost town here because it's the financial district. Financial district has pretty much always been pretty much a ghost town. The weird part will be going through the Embarcadero and seeing if it's empty. If it's empty, that's weird. So, let's see what. Join the walking tour. Appreciate not having to drive in SF. I don't like going there because we had to drive there every weekend to visit my grandparents when I was a kid. I'm sorry, Debbie. I've always loved San Francisco. But that's because I grew up in Oakland and we were the redheaded stepchild of San Francisco. We were told all the time, we don't matter, we're Oakland. So, the city was a magical place. So, one of the cool things about here is it has this tile, which at the time was probably hand set. The whole Embarcadero Center has it. just looking around. Okay, now we have to look for people. Let's see. People! And no, I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing that song. Let's see, Embarcadero 1. It's the saxophone. There's always a saxophone. But wow, it's in the speakers. It's not a real saxophone. It used to be a real saxophone. We always had people who played instruments here. Ooh, that was weird. Okay, I didn't do that. Ah, Debbie, so you know Oakland. We're redheaded stepchildren. I think I was holding it wrong on my left hand. I think it actually has a right hand thing, but I'm ambidextrous, so I hold equally. That Embarcadero 1 usually was closed on the weekends. It's farther out. Because Embarcadero 1 used to cater to the hotel. That's why it was stuff you could pick up on the way home, or if you didn't have a suit. So, and yeah. Cigars. No, that's not us. But these things where there aren't any shops is because of COVID. These places were packed. So I keep turning it. So we'll see. And the fun part about Find My Car is there is literally 1,000,001 places to park around here. And when I finally can get money from people, that's what it'll go to. My memberships on, because I have one for home and then mine, and parking and gas. If I'm lucky, it'll cover all three.
And fast track.
Oh, and fast track. But I used to cross the bridge every freaking day for centuries. And now I don't. I'm actually relearning how to drive again. Yesterday, I think, was my first really comfortable day driving. The first day I drove after, 6 months? It was so bizarre. Nobody knew how to drive, and I noticed it. I usually didn't notice. Now I don't notice again. So, this is where it's weird. That should be open. Is the Sephora open? So Sephora is not open. We have issues. Oh, okay. The one place. At least there's hope for us now. But that's not what we're looking for. Okay, I need to focus. 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 Let's see, I don't see anybody that I've sort of got the uniform down. It's so weird to be hearing the saxophone through the speakers and not a guy with a saxophone. Big band, yeah. Saxophone, no. San Francisco gift baskets. So they're trying, when we get our tourist crowd back, and I'm sorry, but isn't it weird to have a chain? There are a bunch of them around here called Proper Food. What, we're all eating improper food? That sounds so 80s. It does sound 80s. Have some proper food. What if I don't want proper food? Anyway, look for flyers. They're blue. And the two guys came in about a half an hour apart, so there still should be, because it's still early, right? What time is it? Okay, so you figure there'll be people up and around till 5. That's why we're walking across all 4, and if it's not, then I turn you guys off. I've been doing this a long time. Unfortunately, it doesn't hurt my arm because I played a violin for 4 years between the ages of 7 and 13. Ooh, I take that back. Between the ages of 7 and 14. Because I went to a public school in Oakland. And in Oakland, they tried really hard to give us some kind of multi-level education. So my brain has been taught to hold something out in front of me forever. So I can do this for about 3 hours before it starts to hurt. Because of course my first violin teacher made me hold my elbow out. This is interesting. What is this? Yeah, it's a private thing, but do you see the flyers? I'm not going to show it, it's not nice. Nope, this looks like a computer thing. Probably a, actually, let's go around and see if anybody's standing outside of it wanting to give out flyers. It's an opening for a WeWork type place, which used to be a Toomey store. Yeah, see? Toomey. Weird. The tables and chairs are probably in the last 10 years here, which are sort of neat because they never had them before. Because this place was so boutique-y, even though it's 4 huge office buildings, that you really didn't sit around a lot. We're not here for you to stuff. Yeah, you should be happy to come here. We're San Francisco. So, a lot of places are closed up. This used to be a C's. The best candy on the planet. They actually don't have C stores east of the Rockies because the candies, I guess you would call them organic. They're made with real things, like real butter, real sugar. They don't last longer than like 2 weeks. Yeah, there it is. We all grew up with C's because it also didn't cost as much as Godiva, and it's really good. It's like people in the family that don't live here anymore are like, C's, C's. Yes, ma'am. Sort of like my grandmother's Chex Mix that my aunt makes and sends home with my dad every year. Because, you know, it's famous. Now she picks on me because there's a certain nut I don't like in it. So, I don't know what this is. Bowerbird? A modern gift shop. You know, they've had modern... Look! No, back. Back, okay. It's the Coons Poodles. See them? Mm-hmm. I love those things. I want to take a picture with one. Not with the Kapoor's broken heart or whatever it is. Don't even ask me about that one. Yes, I'm into the "you didn't give black to me" movement. There's an artist in the UK who tries to get as close as he can to the Pantone color of Tiffany, which is copyrighted. Anish Kapoor's black, which is copyrighted. Stuff like that. In a weird way, I guess you could say I was quietly protesting a long time ago. I am not an artist, and I don't paint, but I have those paints in my craft room. Because one of these days I'm going to wake up and I'll be able to paint at least around the door jambs. You might see those colors in the back of my... the bodyguard would know the food. He worked around here once. So we're in Embarcadero, hitting Embarcadero Fork, which was usually the most busy because it came from the Hyatt over there. And that Hyatt was in a movie called High Anxiety. You should go watch that movie by Mel Brooks. Old comedian. Awesome. Then you should go watch Blazing Saddles.
You can watch Towering Inferno and you'll see this picture.
Yes, if you watch Towering Inferno, you'll see this pattern because it's in front of the old Bank of America building. That's what they use for the Inferno. Bank of America building, and only goes up 52 stories. So 70s CGI had it going up farther. Uh-oh. I hope I don't lose you guys. The one place that's unstable is the neatest one. Because yes, the precursor to ADA, because this was done in 1972, so literally, it's a, I'm pointing to something that's here. I think it's a touch screen, actually. Oh my God, Posh Bagel. It's one of the big bagel shops back in the day. Now we have a bagel company that's awesome near us. Still here, so, but during the week, right, no reason to. It's still big here, it goes a long way. Oh, this is interesting. There are, oh, what is that? That's paddleball, tackle,
Pickleball?
pickleball.
Is it pickleball?
I think it's pickleball. And I have still been looking for people. This is where they'd be. And the incredibly fancy, goofy fountain
That Bono defaced.
that Bono defaced back in the 80s. And when it was first made, ooh, people did not like it. It caused a lot of like grumpiness. I loved it. I always loved it because you can walk. No, you can't. Yes, you can. See, there's a guy there. You can walk underneath it on pads.
Yeah.
And kids love that crap. Aw. Now I have to go to Fisherman's Wharf after this because I wanted to go to Bodine's, which have a sourdough mother loaf, which is a mother loaf that's from the 1800s. I know, it should be nasty. See, they even have bread still in there. You must have just closed. But their sourdough is awesome. Even though, weirdly enough, there's a... Yeah, pickleball. There's a grocery store near our house, but in the East Bay, near your house, could be in Richmond, that has great store sourdough. One of these days I'll explain that. I can talk for days when I'm in the mood. And this is me not in the mood. Can you believe that? So, let's see. Do you see people handing out flyers? It must have been just those two people. So, I think we're done then. You got to see one of my favorite places in the city. That's why I sort of don't mind where Scientology is because it's in the really close to the make me really happy part of San Francisco. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I need a sparkling water. No, I don't drink. Gave it up for Lent. Ex-Catholic, I can say that. We always say that during Lent. just to make sure you know. So I'll see all you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.